Hello. Hello. How are we doing? I forgot to turn on my streamer bot and Sammy, my whatever that thing is called. So, nothing went in chat, so I'm just assuming that ads have ended now. If they haven't, I am very sorry. I am very sorry if ads have not ended for people. Hello. If you're new here, I'm Ty. I am a little image of a pilot, and I am a PNGtuber that do mystery game and sometimes collaborations with people. Wow, what a concept! I know. I hope you're doing well, whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you are in the world. We are playing more Urban Myth Dissolution Center today. We are nearing the end of Chapter 5, I believe. We have this very, very suspicious case going on. And, frankly, I have no idea. I have no idea what we are in for, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. That's the point of playing the mystery game. We also, later today, have a collab with Yoko, with Mario Kart World. So, I'm gonna be streaming for longer than I normally do. Woohoo! Stick around for that. What else has been going on? What else? It's been a little it's been a little rough recently, but today's been good so far. Today has been good. I'm just happy that I'm happy that mood is at a good place. What else? I've been playing. I played a bit more of First Light. Last time I was in the middle of Chapter 7. Now I'm in the middle of Chapter 8. In the middle of let's see, crazy. Yet another crazy Bond movie set piece. Let's put it like that. So that's sort of where we are at the moment with that. Yeah. I also have been playing, and I'm gonna actually show you this. I might actually show you this on stream one of these days once I get to a good place. But I've been trying my hand at Football Manager. I've been trying the I've been trying the Director of Football save. So I've been trying to get into it a bit, but I don't know my way around tactics or management or anything like that. Then I discovered the idea of the Director of Football save, and I thought, oh, that's really fun. And that makes it easier. It's a bit of a challenge since you're not the one doing it. You're not the one optimizing everything, but it's easier for me, and it's a lot of fun, so that's what matters. And I guess that's what's been going on. Let me start up Urban Myth Dissolution Center for you all. I should actually go into the clouds so we avoid the intro screen vibration animation thing. Try saying that a couple times fast. I actually don't think it's that hard, but still. These things trip people up, including me. Okay, load game. Alright, come on. Come on, game capture. There we go. Game capture, game audio jungle. We are here at we're here at this guy's dad's place, I believe. And we are trying to figure out what is going on with the with the thing that you lost. There's supposedly a doppelganger. Seems like this time it's actually an urban myth thing, or it could just be somebody else, but that does happen to look like him. But it does seem like he does actually have a doppelganger, whether that's real or fiction or whatever. But again, I feel like this case is almost certainly a test of our abilities in some way, but somehow this feels like a setup. This whole case has sort of felt like a setup, but how and for what? I have no idea. That's the point of the mystery game. You never know. Casman, are the director and the center safe? Worried about the haters? It's gonna be okay. Any thoughts on this case? Kurosawa's doppelganger is clearly acting along Zimmer goals, as in he's targeting national police info. Usually, if we knew something was stolen, we'd call the police and stop there. So what we're doing is supposedly police work, but Kurosawa Jr. is stalling. Chances are he's hiding something. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been hiding something from us. And maybe either he's been hiding something from us, or the people who have newly worked for him who have gone missing have been hiding things. That's really suspicious, and I don't know on which end that is. What could he be hiding? Because he has a lot of like new people working for him. So and a lot of those new people have now disappeared. So yeah, we're gonna put on our glasses, check things out. This is looks like the real Kurosawa. We are now calling Kurosawa Jr. because we know that there is. Although, you see, why are we calling him Kurosawa Jr.? Because the guy, his dad is a different name. Oh well. This shadow compared to the previous doppelganger shadows looks somewhat different. Not sure how exactly. Seiji-san might know something. I go all the way through. Yeah. Doesn't look, it looks like just Yuji. Just Kurosawa. So, yeah, no, this isn't the, no, this is not the doppelganger. The doppelganger clearly looks different. Shadow's staring at the painting. Why would the doppelganger care about the painting? Maybe there's a secret to it? We'll check this one before. Yeah, we'll check all of them first. A shadow who resembles Kurosawa-san. Up to now, I was able to tell the doppelganger apart at a glance, but today I'm not getting that feeling. Am I too tired? Huh. The doppelganger is fiddling around the safe. I don't think so. I think you are seeing the real Kurosawa here. Taking something out, perhaps? And then, what's it doing? Touching the things on the shelf. Okay. We can look at more of what he did. Trophies, certificates. Looks like a family tradition. Yep. Anything new I can observe? No? Okay. An old-fashioned safe. Is having a safe another family tradition? Doesn't look like it. A painting of a woman. I'm not sure why I said doesn't look like it. I don't know. Clearly looks expensive. And we can look closer at it. Is there a secret to it? Frame is fancy too. Must cost a fortune. But why would he want to stare at it? It obviously hasn't been stolen either. Maybe I should ask Seiji-san. Okay. We already did that. All right. Nothing over here. Hello. Reintroducing myself. Asami Fukurai, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. I forgot the voice I gave this guy. Thank you for your help. Seiji Kurosawa, Yuya's father, and security director of the National Police. I try to avoid meddling with things I don't understand too well. But Yuya mentioned that this case is related to the Zimmer incident started causing an uproar lately. So you have my cooperation.
Could you tell us about what happened?
Last night around 10 or so, my son came home. I was in my study in the middle of organizing papers, so I briefly greeted him, then returned to my desk. I told him to wait a bit while I finished my work. After maybe 10 minutes, I came back to this room, but my son was already gone. So soon. Did you find this strange? Not really. It's normal for my son to be busy working as a company head. Then this morning he called me and asked whether anyone who looks just like him had come here recently.
And that's when Yuya-san realized it was the doppelganger? I don't think so. I do not think so. Also, for whatever reason, I thought I saw my Discord notifications go from 4 to 3. Really go down. I think it was just a trick of the eyes. That's so weird. Did you notice anything unusual at the time?
No, not really. When my son came in, I mean the doppelganger, he stopped and stared at that painting there. So I told him we'd bought it just yesterday.
Huh, is that true? About the painting you have there.
Yeah, so he purchased that one 2 days ago, okay. We put it up just yesterday.
I was wondering if that it was something like he told him, wasn't true.
Last night, my son, or the doppelganger rather, he was looking at that painting too before anything else.
It must be very expensive.
To tell you the truth, the frame is more costly. The painting itself is only 50,000 yen. He was surprised to hear that too.
Oh, though 50,000 yen isn't inexpensive.
Since I thought it was my son, I told him the actual price, but if it was actually someone unrelated, I maybe should have bluffed a bit.
Is this a joke? Hey, is there anything missing? That's a good question.
Taken. Does the doppelganger steal things? All I heard from son is that it appeared in the room.
I see. Thank you. We'll take a look around the house. So Yuya-san only told his father about the doppelganger showing up in his room. Didn't want to worry him? Hold on. All I heard is that it appeared in his room. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, okay. So he didn't tell him about the doppelganger stealing things, which I feel like would make sense if he was trying to steal something. Because then Seiji would be looking around for it. Did you clearly see the doppelganger's face?
I did indeed.
Was there anything strange?
I didn't notice anything. He's my son after all, so I don't think I would have mistaken him.
So were they so similar his father couldn't tell them apart? It's definitely him. Like, no shot. It's no shot. It's at least the standard doppelganger we've been seeing. Water time. Can you tell me more about your son, Yuya-san?
Your questions range rather wide.
They do. That's how we investigate. I guess that's our style.
He's the Kurosawa family's only son, and we've taken good care of him. I've been called overprotective and meddling at times. My wife and I had an early divorce, so he has grown without knowing motherly love. There was a time when he would go around causing mischief and streaming them as part of some activist group. But he's built on those experiences and now runs an internet technology company.
I see, and you've supported him throughout?
That's what parents do.
Could you tell us a bit about your own work?
My work mostly prevents you from mentioning details or anything specific, but you could say I'm in charge of VIP security within Japan.
Wow, that's big ask. Are you involved in countering the recent occult terrorist movement?
Of course. Our organization exists to protect public interest from all forms of disaster.
Alright. Head of police. Seiji-san is Kurosawa-san's father. He said he's in charge of a branch of the police. He said VIP security. And also counterterrorism. So he's actively fighting the Zimmers. Must be a huge responsibility. Yeah, and a lot on your mind. Wow, okay. A lot of connections here. And let's talk with Yuya. We now know that the doppelganger is targeting national police info, but that kind of important data isn't kept here, is it? If what we mentioned the other day is true, then the information has already been stolen. But it showed up again, so I need you to look into it. We'll try to figure out its motive by following the traces. Could you tell us about what happened here yesterday? I actually don't know anything about what happened yesterday.
more or less the same as each doppelganger sighting so far. Please ask my father about what happened too. Oh, we did. Can you tell us why you decided to call him? The server room was infiltrated, so we knew that the doppelganger was targeting the National Police's top secret data. This made my father a potential target too. So I was worried and called him, and it turned out the doppelganger indeed had showed up. What is the doppelganger's motive? Or why did he think you appeared here, buddy? If there's a pattern to his actions, probably to steal something? But there isn't much value here in this house. That painting there might look expensive, but it only cost a few dozen bands a yen. Isn't that actually extensive? The only possibility I see is the contents of the safe. It has valuables inside. Would you be able to find traces of that power of yours? We'll check. Okay, guess we have to look in more detail then. We look closer and look closely. Seems to be taking something. Could it be open right now? Huh, interesting. Safe the doppelganger is touching. Could it be open? No, not open. I'm hoping he hasn't actually got the safe open. Could the shadow traces tell us something? He said to follow them, huh? This guy is holding the kendo trophy upside down? Is it writing something on the bottom? Huh. Do you have like a post-it note or like a Sharpie? Who would put a Sharpie on a trophy? This is the first place trophy for the prefectural high school kendo championship. The shadow was holding the trophy upside down, looking at the bottom. Back in the bottom, a small piece of paper is stuck here. 9630. Could it be the safe's combination? But there's no way it could be written here, is there? That's absolute. Again, they're setting us up. And they're setting us up for something. I don't expect it to work, but it might mean it saw that number and entered it. We should at least try, I guess. Oh wait, no way. It opened. Inside is an empty box? Who would keep an empty box in a safe? Or maybe what was stolen was inside the box. Things in a box, things in a box. Something inside of a box that was stolen. Something inside of a box. Let's think things through. Something feels off about today's investigation, but I can't quite place it. It just feels different. The doppelganger appeared in front of Seiji-san and searched around inside the house. So someone other than Seiji-san was definitely here yesterday. But then again, there's something different from the usual, isn't there? Yeah, the doppelganger's eyes aren't glowing. At least my imaginary version of the director shows up right away. He'll always be here when you really need me. When you saw the shadow, you mentioned something was different about it. Yes, the shadow seemed different from the doppelganger we've seen so far. And his actions afterwards seem weird as well. I wonder how it's different. Isn't the... Yuya himself. Isn't the... Isn't the Simmer's identity seen through clairvoyance actually Yuya himself? Not Zimmer. Doesn't feel right. Check the journal notes. Okay, not Zimmer's identity. Shadow. Oh, the shadow. Okay. I didn't see shadow there. Shadow. It's me. Yuya Kurosawa-san. Isn't the shadow seen through clairvoyance actually Yuya Kurosawa himself? If I remember correctly, Seiji-san explained about the painting to the doppelganger. That was yesterday. Supposedly it's been a while since Kurosawa-san was here himself. Why did he know about the painting? I need to check with Kurosawa-san. Can we check with you first? Can we check with you? Okay, we can. Excuse me, about the contents of the safe? Yes, the safe. It seems something was stolen from inside it. And why would you know this? I've looked and the box inside the safe is empty. You looked? You mean you opened the safe? Maybe that was inappropriate.
Is it more a matter of how you managed to? I'm sorry, terribly sorry. I had this strange power that allows me to see things. See things. Yeah, I need to warn this. And we believe the content of the box in the safe was stolen. I'm not sure I understand you fully, but I'll confirm. As you said, the object is missing. Stolen, apparently. What was in the box? I can't tell you much, but it was part of an informational system within the National Police. Why would Yuya need to steal that then? Would he need to give it to somebody else? That's the only thing I can really think of, because Yuya would already have access to it. Yuya would know the contents of the safe. But no, Yuya said it. We have to remember, at least my suspicion of things, that we are being set up. Yuya wrote down the code. Yuya is showing us that that's being stolen. What are you doing, buddy? Is that the system in Kurosawa-san's company server? The one that needs special authentication to access? I didn't know that much. Might as well explain it then. As you say, the object in question is a password device needing to access that system. Yet its existence should only be known to a select few individuals in our leadership. We haven't disclosed details to even our families. Not even your families? And that's what was stolen. There were reports that VIP protection data was uploaded to social networks. Ooh, so these are not baseless rumors. Now what? I should tell Jasmine. Yeah, how are we gonna approach Yuya about this? That is worrying. Jasmine, something was stolen after all. Huh? And what was stolen? A password device granting access to the National Police's information system. Doppelganger can access the police's info at will now. First, it was unable to snatch data from the server room. Realized it needed a password device to grab access, so it came here to steal the password device? Wait, that means we're in big trouble. What should we do? You go ask Kurosawa's father when he last used it. I need to make a call right now. Okay. Jasmine tends to make calls at times like this. Yeah, she is operating with another organization, whatever that could be. Did I bother you again? About the stolen device, when was the last time you used it? To be honest, I'm not a tech-savvy person. I received it around 5 years ago. Haven't used it at all since then. Huh. Is that so? Oh, 5 years ago. And the company was made 3 years ago, so maybe Yuya didn't have it. Maybe? Either way, this is a crisis now. We need to take measures immediately. If you happen to find it, please let me know. Yes, if we happen to, that is. Is that the red password-like device? Yep. Yep, good line of questioning, Azami. Can you tell us the device's shape and color so we know, like, what it looks like? It's red and it looks like a card. Yep. A red card-like device? Isn't that the same as... was stolen from the Kurosawa estate? But that had already happened. This was supposedly last night. That's unusual. Huh. The doppelganger who appeared in front of the Seishi-san yesterday, that was actually you, wasn't it? So you caught me. He just admits to it? Okay. Why is this happening? No, wait, it's not what you think. I wanted to show all those who are suffering how incredible your power is. All those who are suffering. You're a great reset guy, aren't you? What do you mean by show? Take photos, upload them, that kind of thing. With your permission, of course. Your power will bring solace to many people. I really respect you. Hope you don't hold it against me. This feels so wrong. Why did he say things like this? Please don't take any photos without telling us. I'll be continuing the investigation. Thank you. Oh boy, oh boy.
I checked about the device and Seiji-san has never used it.
What?
No, that can't be right. Director Kurosawa's device is logged of continued usage starting from several years ago.
How do you know that?
Several years ago? Wait, does that mean the doppelganger was there from back then, too? Or not? It was stolen yesterday, after all. It was probably Yuya. Wait, there's more. Sami, slow down. We know what the doppelganger stole yesterday. It's a red card-like device. Huh? Isn't that the device that was stolen from Kurosawa Jr.'s office? This is getting really confusing.
Yeah, it really is. Where'd it go? Let's think things over.
You know what was stolen, but now the situation makes even less sense. The password device kept inside the safe. Seiji-san said he hadn't ever actually used it, but Jasmine mentioned it's been in use starting from several years ago. This raises questions about Jasmine's connections. I wonder who she was calling.
Yeah, me too.
This password device, wasn't it also stolen from the CEO's office? Maybe there was something about the device kept in the safe.
Maybe Kurosawa-san, the doppelganger stole it from the CEO office. No, okay.
Was it really?
Yeah, they were the same thing. It said he thought he'd kept the device in the safe all along. Yeah, maybe Yuya, Kurosawa-san. There, yeah, okay. Cool.
Maybe Kurosawa-san stole it from the safe? That must be it. The two are the same device. They're both the red card-like device, so it makes sense the Zimmers are after it.
Yeah, why would it be stolen now? Are we seeing something that was actually stolen a couple days ago?
Why did he take it without saying anything?
There's a lot we need to ask him. Yeah, I'm confused just about the timeline. That's why I was asking. That's why I asked the first one, just because the timeline is really getting my head all turned up inside.
What is going on, Yuya? Why would the password device stolen from our safe be stolen from your company? Did you take it from the safe? I was so intrigued by the work you do. I just took it and kept it in my office.
Jasmine mentioned the log showed it had been used since several years ago.
I didn't mean any harm, but the doppelganger stole it. I wanted to find it before the worst could happen. And Azami-san's power would make that possible.
Not really the time to be complimenting me.
This has gotten out of hand. Isn't it more important to prevent the public from knowing this device was stolen?
Jackson, things are getting really complicated now. If it was just this family conflict, we could leave it alone and go home right now. So all in all, everything about this case was to cover up for Kurosawa-san's theft. Well, that red password device is taken by the doppelganger, so there's no way it just ends there. So I guess there isn't anything we can do about the situation? Thinking. Oh man, that timing. As usual. It's the director. Hello, are you okay?
How's it going?
I'll say, oh yay, we got service. We were worried about you, director. Turns out the doppelganger's actions have affected more people than I realized. I know you've been busy on your end too, but please don't disappear like that. Important police data was stolen, and we've been seeing nasty rumors about the center. We can think about those complications once we wrap up this case. Fair enough. Time for a dissolution. I'm relieved, though. I was anxious about doing the eye opener part myself. That may happen sooner or later. Last case. No, that's a hard pass. Well then, please ensure the Kurosawas can hear you. Oh, interesting. This request was about recovering, if possible, an object stolen by a doppelganger. For now, let us put on hold whether recovery is even possible, until we determine who exactly we're dealing with.
Are we ready?
The eye reveals all. Eye opener. I was a bit early with that, but there we go. Sans time.
Now look at dissolution begin. In this case, Kiyomoto-san, secretary at UTech, initially encountered the doppelganger, leading us to follow its traces. We identified it as a doppelganger based on its appearance being identical with Kurosawa-san and that it doesn't engage in conversation. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? There have been further indications that the anomaly is indeed a doppelganger. What kind of phenomenon has been observed? If we go to urban myths, if we go to our doppelganger, zooming in, I think, probably the people being missing is some, things being stolen isn't a doppelganger thing. Probably the missing people. Kiyomoto-san, Honda-san, Inoue-san, and Nakata-san. The people who encountered the doppelganger have all gone missing. Great! 4 individuals whose names have not been found, so they may or may not be alive. Yet the situation does seem to line up with the doppelganger anomaly's characteristics. Number 1. Why would a request to search for a missing object turn into such a complicated matter? That is because of one key factor that made us believe this is all the doppelganger's doing. So, Mrs. Yes? What was a notable characteristic of the intruder that kept this incident from being reported to the police, that led a request to center instead? It sees silence off me and impersonates someone, impersonating someone. The intruder's appearance is identical to Kurosawa-san's. People who encountered it all thought it was him all along. Excellent! And that is precisely why we were noted. That aspect is indeed clearly anomalous. Alright, that's 2. Our angle will change from here on. Sorry. Now, the doppelganger who appeared in the server room seemed to be targeting confidential police information. Yet it turned out that Miss Fukurai's clairvoyance that they had given up on that approach. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? To confirm, why did the doppelganger in the server room give up on extracting data? Because an authenticating device was needed, I think. To access the confidential information, a red card-like password device was required. Yet this device is only available to high-ranking police officials. So we believe the intruder had no choice but to give up. Excellent! Yes, that is correct. The device that the doppelganger stole from the CEO office. How do we explain the shadow with the glowing eyes, though? About that red card-like device. Something seemed strange there, didn't it? Yes? Kurosawa-san mentioned that he was intrigued by his father's work and it took it on a whim. A rather naive reason, if anything. So, Mrs. Ami. Yeah, he did say that. But it's not true. The question here is when exactly the device was stolen. Yep. Around when do you think this actually happened? Yeah, several years ago. Several years of police data. Jasmine looked into this for us. Seems the password device has been in use since several years ago. Kurosawa-san mentioned he stole it a week ago on a whim, but that doesn't feel right. Brilliant! Mr. Kurosawa's accounts seem to have a number of inconsistencies here and there. Though we can't do anything about that itself, I hope they can figure things out, father and son. I'm not so sure. I'm worried about Zimmer stuff. Yeah, there will be no easy way out of this. I expect a full explanation once we're done here. He's mad. He's so mad. Now, for my final question. The culprit who appeared at the Kurosawa family home
and stole the red card-like device was your son, Yuya Kurosawa. Culprits who infiltrated Yuya-san's company's home were the doppelganger and also acting like a Zimmer. So, Mrs. Ami, yes, Miss Fukurai, you have already encountered the doppelganger and Zimmer. Oh, I have? Please think back to all the accounts you heard from everyone you talked to. For this case to be possible, who would need to be a Zimmer? I'm going to say neither of the two. Things don't add up for either of those two possibilities. So it's neither Kiyomoto-san his secretary or Aika-san his girlfriend. And who actually is the doppelganger and Zimmer? Oh, yeah, okay. All four. Wait, could it be all four of them? Fabulous, okay. So there was plotting on both sides of this. So we were right in our suspicions, as we were just limiting it to one of the two, and that's how we got confused. When the doppelganger supposedly appeared, those four individuals were each on the scene. Through their accounts, and what happened to them since, to discuss paranormal involvement, the experience of the vanishing doppelganger, and then the disappearing of those who encountered it. That could be explained by all four telling the same cover story. Also, each of the four were recently appointed to their jobs and came in proximity of Yuya-san. Oh no. It is very likely that the four of them worked together to play the role of doppelganger. And it's also likely that all of them are Zimmers. Wow, okay. The question is how, though, because we saw the shadows, it was the exact appearance. They had those white eyes. Mystery is now solved. There's still mysterious aspects of it, buddy. Can you please tell us? No? Okay then, I guess. Dissolution, and what a time for an ad break to start. Alright, we're gonna pause here. I'm gonna take a couple sips of water as we wait for this ad break to go. Alright. That's some good water like there. I do like my water. Woohoo. Mm. 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 Water time. Water time, very fun. All right. So, yeah, with the yeah, this is very, very interesting. I wonder if we are going to see them again in the next case or the final case or whatever the case this case is. Case. Water. There we go. But yeah, how is the Illuminati card gonna get to us? That is the question. And we're back. Cool. Are you unsatisfied with the dissolution results? No, I do see why it makes sense, but a few things still don't quite make sense to me. Oh, do tell. The doppelganger that I saw through clairvoyance was staring at me. And why'd they steal the HDD after stealing the red device? Good point. The VIP protection data should have been accessible once they had the red device. I would indeed like to discuss those angles in depth, but it seems that we'll have to wait until next time. That's confusing. I guess they can't be privy to it? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they're all here. What are you doing here? We're in the middle of an important family discussion. Go and wait in the next room till we're done. They're not gonna do that. Wait. It's Inoue-san. The server room security guard at Kurosawa-san's company. Also Nakata-san, Kiyomoto-san, everybody. I'm glad you're all safe now there. Sami, remember what we talked about during the dissolution? They enacted the doppelganger. They're dangerous extremists. Remember who they are. Is it, are you all really Zimmers? What is going on? Where are the SPs? Do you realize I'm your boss? Have you even thought about the consequences? We owe nothing to that joke of a company. We're working towards a higher goal. You disgust me, living the easy life with your family fortune and connections. Family discussion to keep a lid on the incident. For this country to prosper for the next millennium, you rotten sprouts need to be pruned. And soon the terror attacks are happening someplace else. But what is happening here and now, so brace yourselves. Everyone please, hold on. Zami, get back. These people are dangerous. They no longer care. You have no reason to cover for the filthy rich. Wake up already. They told us their plan. Devastation and judgment are about to happen. The Great Reset is nigh. They? Do you mean the Samazima admin? This world needs leaders, those who envision the future and guide the weak. The world's values have been corrupted. The weak know this well. But the weak lack the power to change things alone. They are guiding us forward and gathering us into a greater power. We should be the ones who bring change in this world. This is a complete mess. Hey, you, hurry up and do something. Who is your leader? The Samazima admin? Please stop all this. It isn't the way to do things. You shouldn't be hurting anyone. If you're siding with this filth, that means you're not with us. We'll fulfill our role here. To enact devastation and judgments. Great resets. Uh-oh. Enough of that nonsense. Answer me. Jasmine, they're not gonna listen. Freeze! Oh, what is this music? Oh, this guy. Secure them all. Commissioner Domiri, all suspects secured. Fine work. Are you safe, Director Kurosawa? It's you, Tomiri. That was timely. Assistant Commissioner Tomorigi. Please brief Director Kurosawa on the situation. Assistant Commissioner Yasumi Tomorigi, CUTU Team Security Police, sir. Oh, wait, why did you do that in Asafi's voice? Goodness me, goodness gracious. Oh no. Assistant Commissioner Yasumi Tomorigi, CUTU Team Security Police, sir. Director Kurosawa, our apologies for the commotion. Jasmine? Wow. You're with the security police? Undercover? What's going on? Sorry, Zami. What exactly is the CUTU? Counter Unidentified Terrorist Unit. We proactively prevent terrorist cells from carrying out their plans. Specifically, unidentified incidents such as this series of prophecies. I was in the Urban Dissolution Center to gather information. Why would you need to be undercover? The center here is creepy, but it shouldn't be a threat. Relax, it was initially an investigation target, but it's for information only at this point. And we learned a ton through that undercover stint. Hey, Zami. Sorry for not telling you. So that's why you're so good at fighting. Our connections in weird places. Makes sense. Kinda. Oh, who is that guy? Oh, no. Are you gonna be a bad guy? We meet again. That scary person from the park? I'm glad you remember me. And happy to see you've been putting that wondrous power to fruitful use. So he's with the security police as well? Commissioner, what about Kurosawa Jr.? We sent Yuya Kurosawa home just now, but he probably won't have any charges pressed. Huh? Why not? This all happened because he took the device out without permission. This case will be handled as a mishap on Director Kurosawa's part. The director himself asked us to do so. Not the first time he wipes his prodigal son's rear. Miss Tamarigi, please remember to be decent in your work. Director Kurosawa's device has been used in these few days as well, which means that we can trace the IPs used to access the server. We may be able to apprehend those involved, though we don't know who exactly it is. The next time they access will be the moment of truth. We should get ready, Miss Tamarigi. Ooh. Sammy, you should head out now. Huh? We'll handle the devastation and judgment prophecy from here. So, I'm not part of we then? We're taking on a terrorist mastermind, not a mysterious entity. It's out of your hands now. Jasmine, please wait. Whatever you do, don't follow us. But... well, I don't think we're gonna listen to Tamarigi. It's Tamarigi. They took the bait. Head into the area. Director? Welcome back, Mrs. Ami. I see Jasmine had ulterior motives. Please don't put it that way. She had her reasons. You're gonna be the admin, aren't you? Even without her, we will need you to continue with your work. You will need this computer from here on. Jasmine. So far, more or less as planned, or is he the admin? We played our part very nicely. Yeah, he's got the card. Maybe it's him. Got the third floor. All other units secure first floor exits. Tamarigi here. Third floor, visual and lighting and personnel. It's the security police. CUTU. This building is surrounded. You. Ah. Huh? What? Ooh. Got trapped. So that's your secret. The Genesis card. One loose end taken care of. Ooh. God, man, the scene behind him is has the CUTU been infiltrated then? Very interesting. Our last episode starts now. Episode 6. Yup. Devastation and Judgment. Only 12 hours. Wow. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy. Not good. I am the admin of Samishima. Huh? My phone's glitching out. Did my phone get hacked? Who's this masked guy? It's on the billboard screens too. What is this? Broadcast signal's getting hacked? When the countdown reaches 0, devastation and judgment will be upon us. For your entertainment until then, a simple riddle for you. So this is the Samazima admin? A simple riddle. Pinpoint the broadcast origin. On it, sir. I dare you. Answer me. What does not exist, even if you speak of it?
Silence, huh?
Now think. Remember. The prophecy is now a warning.
What is this? Some kind of PR stunt? Hey, fix my phone already.
To my friends in the police, the device is in our hands. Now think. Remember. The prophecy is now a warning.
What should I do? My phone's totally messed up. Same with mine. What the?
This is not a game. I ask you again. What does not exist, even if you speak of it? When you know the answer, enter it here. Devastation and judgment are upon us. The Great Reset. Reset us all. Reset us all. Reset us all.
A video claiming that devastation and judgment will happen? No, it can't be. Ooh. Oh, Jasmine, oh no. Apologies for the sudden call. This voice, is this Tomiri-san? Thank you for remembering my name. How did you get my number? He has everyone's number. That's a, oh no. Has something happened to Jasmine? Stay calm. Let me pick you up first. Yes. By the way, Mrs. Ami. Did the words Genesis card mean anything to you? Oh boy. Give us the director, you criminal scum! How dare you steal police secrets, dirty terrorists! What's going on? Why is this happening? Give us Meguria! Hey, Scaven Fake Psychic, come out and explain yourself! Why do they want Meguria? This is terrible. I need to tell the director, but I can't get in like this. Oh, it's the phone call. It's the phone call guy. Thank goodness, there's a huge crowd here in front. How's it going? Things do seem lively upstairs. Why is this even happening? It's sudden and feels forced. Calling us terrorists who steal police secrets. It's likely someone is leading them to this kind of behavior. You should stay away from the center for a while. You don't want them to notice you. Understood. Please make sure you stay in the center. Also, about Jasmine? Yes, I got a call from Tomiri-san. Something happened to Jasmine last night after they left. What did he say? He said he'd pick me up first, then tell me the details. Also, he asked out something called the Genesis card. The Genesis card. Hey, isn't that one of the center staff over there? I saw that face online. Must be her. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You should lay low for a while, Mrs. Ami. What about you? It should take them a while for them to break into the center itself. Some seem active. The Genesis card. I have a few things to look into here. Understood. I'm still wondering about your motives then, your director guy. I should be safe here, I think. What's going on anyway? Major broadcast hijack, a mob around the center. This is too much. Breathe, Azami. Relax. I need to check what they're saying about the center and about that video. Look into trending topics. Guess I'll start with socials. Breaking: Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority, victim of criminal case. Stole valuables and confidential info from Kurosawa's home. Suspects are members of the center. Ah, interesting. What? No way. What's going on? Where did that story come from? Is that about me? Oh, so someone's hacked into Yuya's account. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's
That's why he had us in the safe and everything. Yep, we told him not to take photos, but too late. What do we do now? That password device inside. Is Kurosawa-san blaming us for that device being stolen? Yes, he is. Let's see. We have nothing to do with the GR. Did Zimmers all sign their posts with GR? Those who want to be seen, I guess. Look around for posts made by Zimmers. Way too well timed. Thought it was the center making an announcement. Getting a reaction here. I should search for more info on the video. What should we do? It looks like the video is really catching everyone's attention. Come on. Okay, no. Yeah, the admin and the director seem to be linked for sure. We do got, yeah, and I wonder if Kisaragi is either, well, I don't think it would be Meguria, because Meguria is reading the books that that Kisaragi made. Maybe, I wonder if Kurosawa is Kisaragi still alive. Can't picture the director as an avid supporter of Kisaragi. Well, we saw him reading a bunch of his books. Not just they all think we're guilty. They don't care about us as people. Yeah. GR video? Just video. Okay. Showing the admin's video on screens and phones all over the city. Is that even possible? Only select people have access to Samazima's page on the dark web. Not everyone would know about their prophecy. Prophecy predicted the end of the world using divination cards called the Illuminati cards, and that predicted date is almost here. Prophecy. They wouldn't understand that. I don't get it either. Is Zimmer's forcing their interpretation? I guess the Zimmer's just wanted to happen, whether prophecy or forced. There's a great reset can change the current society that they forward. Oh yeah, the riddle. Again, it's probably silence, I'm thinking. Because if you speak it, then there is no such thing as silence. But I don't know why it wouldn't exist other than that. That riddle is also written on the Samazima page. I wonder what happens if we figure it out. Have other people asked about it too? This is a threat. Drinking beer and watching our video. I'll do your best to get you back into that routine. Things have gotten out of control. Once the truth comes out, we can all go back to normal. But again, we are working for the director, like, sort of forced into like a debt trap or whatever. So. Yeah, GR, very many. I have to see how people are reacting. That's a Zimmer. Terrorist attacks are happening. This person's enjoying it. Maybe I can gather info from what they're saying. What's this about? It's a forum site. I guess they're talking about old threads. Can't find that one really popular past thread. The incident that shall not be named. So that I can't even talk about it? It has something to do with the admin's puzzle. Huh. So don't talk about it. If you keep it up, you might get erased. Erased? But by whom? Oh, the Illuminati cards, of course. Just titled the thread. The thread out the weird cards. All right, and we have not searched for riddle yet, I don't think. Oh, riddle video. Okay. Has it been solved already? Did they say enter it here, which means the answer should be entered on Samazima's site, but I don't know the answer. I don't think we're playing, but I can see why people would think so. The Zimmers are committing acts of terrorism. Were they after people at the embassy? Is the Great Reset about taking it out on the upper class? Fujiwara-san from the 102 hour was by himself. The secretary, Kiyamoto-san, was working in a group of 4. They don't act like an organization, just like-minded individuals with similar goals. The goals also seem to vary from person to person. Yeah, they say that we're leading them. I didn't know the center, maybe I'd be saying that too. Stop. Stop. I don't have to figure out what's true or false right now. I'm just gathering info. Bomb threat. That was like that not long ago. Hold on, you're not like haven't seen the news. Okay. Saying something happened when it didn't. Okay. Found quite a lot of leads, but what's really going on? The Samazima admin posted a video calling the devastation and judgment prophecy a warning. Kurosama-san portrays me as a criminal for some reason. And then somehow it all comes down to the center being called terrorists? I could make a post saying that they're wrong, but it would just add fuel to the fire. For now, I can wait to hear from the director. Let's just stay hidden until Tomiri-san arrives. Okay. Now. There's quite a commotion above, but they'll never make it down here. I'm looking forward to seeing whether the Samazima admin can fulfill that warning. The zombie would be upset if she heard me say that. I wonder where Jasmine heard about the Genesis card. Everyone will naturally suspect that the Illuminate cards are involved. Azami-san is in charge of the investigation now, so it's time to reassess information about the cards. What is the Genesis card? Who is the Samazima at? At a minimum, the information needed to even start fighting back. We should start there. Okay, so if he's talking like that to himself in private, that... Oh, what? Oh. Are we somehow involved? Like, we the player? We're playing as you. And, like, what abilities do you have? Because I know you have an ability. This is a secret switch, isn't there? And there's gonna be one here. We've gathered a number of things, haven't we? These shelves filled with objects retrieved from each case. But it's a delight to behold. Let us review the records and memories of each case. Oh! Yours is like clairvoyance, but like viewing the past. Yeah, so investigation file number 1, the man under the bed. An axe was wielded in this case. To think that the victim, Mio, would become the man under the bed herself. Coincidence? It seems too well thought out for that. And Eiko-san was holding the card itself. Her card was the Eye in the Darkness. Oh. Investigation file number 2, Bloody Mary. Such strong resentment emanates from this knife. The Bloody Mary she played wasn't quite that convincing. Answering to her name, a woman covered in blood who appears in the mirror. It is miraculous that all these elements lined up in this way. For this case, Kinako-san was the one who had the card. His card was the reflection of death. In the shelf are documents and items from the Netherworld tour. And the Katori Banko case is here as well. Investigation file number 3, the Netherworld. The Ueno Occult and Dark tour. A tour designed to find the murderer for the Ueno Tenshu incident. Mr. Gas Mask has gone missing. I wonder if he can make it back safely. The card he held was the Stairway to Limbo. Investigation file number 4, Kotori Bako. Curses are such compelling things. They really are. You should travel back to the 1980s around an island near Isebe. Curses are such compelling things. A single boss carries within it a universe of possibilities. A curse from vines, a curse from a person holding a grudge. For Mayusaki-san, the curse came from a person. I read this in a book on pharmacology. The tea that Tajima-san was brewing. It can cause hallucinations and loss of consciousness. Mayusaki-san had the permeating blight card. How is this all coming together? Basic seance for dummies, slasher movies and murders. I have no more need to read the books in this section. All 4 of these. Investigation file number 5, the double. I wonder how Kurosawa-san felt when he saw a copy of himself. An anomaly said to bring death to the original person that the two should meet. I'm very curious to know his fate. Kurosawa-san tends to sow trouble with his lies. He has caused Mr. Zombie much inconvenience. The card he held was the Shadow of Guilt. And you. Investigation File 6. The case we are faced with in this very moment does not exist, even if you speak of it. A very fitting conundrum. Our staff will be in direct contact with this anomaly. Which urban myth could it be? All the other cards have been discovered, so the card for this case is Mrs. Zami's Devastation and Judgment. What kind of fate awaits Mrs. Zami herself? Back to the task at hand, lest Mrs. Zami reprimand me for laziness. I don't think she would reprimand people, honestly. She seems to be a little too nervous of a person for that. There seem to be 6 Illuminae cards in all, yet Jasmine uncovered the existence of a Genesis card. Are these all part of the Samazima admin's plot? I should compile information on this as well. How much information might the Samazima site itself yield? The Zimmers are still posting on it as a message board. It should be adequate for social media research. Oh, are we going into the social media segment now? I was so focused on the homepage. It's my first time really taking a look at the posts. Why is it that the Illuminae cards are displayed on this site? We may find clues about how the admin and the cards are connected. So much speculation here in these posts. I heard a rumor that the admin is a wizard-level hacker. They are creating special tools. They say the admin caused a huge incident, but there aren't any records of it. These past accolades form the base of the admin's charisma. The admin created the Illuminae cards. We must push the plan forward. The Zimmers worship the admin as a bringer of hope. Ah, the classic hidden link. How nostalgic, I can't help smiling. This overview is incredibly detailed. Speculations on the prophecies from each card. Fantastic. If only I had the time to read through every entry. Some of the users seem to be keeping an eye on police activities. Truly, we live in a society where we can be watched or listened at any time. The security police are running around. The admin must realize it. They've become aware of something that was supposedly hidden from existence. The security police has no dirty secrets unless proven otherwise. You know what happens then. If that riddle is a threat against the security police, the admin might get erased. Suppose it's just the security police are working in the shadows. I cannot contain my excitement. Dirty security police secrets. Ooh, the deleted thread, yep. This is an intriguing post. Sweetly suggestive of undercover operative work. That thread with all sorts of comments on the cards. It's gone. Which keyword should we use? Nothing comes up. It's all gone? Forgot what it's called. A card that predicts celeb deaths or something. The card that the Illuminae ones are based on. The Genesis card or something? Not part of the series if you ask me. I heard there's an Illuminae card origin story by the admin somewhere on the site. So the Illuminae cards were derived from the Genesis card. That might make sense with the keys and the motifs and such. I look forward to reading that origin story later. I wonder if Mrs. Omni is safe. I hope she picks up. Hello, Director, are you okay? I'm alright. I believe you are the one in greater danger right now. I'm okay, but what are we supposed to do now? It's not possible for me to leave this place. I'll pass all the information I've compiled here to you, so please take handle of the rest of this investigation, Mrs. Ami. You're asking me? Can you do it? I managed to solve all the cases so far. I'll do my best. Very good. Then let's first ensure that you have a grasp of the situation thus far. Can't I just note down the main points? Check your understanding. Let's run through some identification questions. Okay. Alright. Identification time! Well then, have you managed to retain the information I've gathered, word for word? I think so. Probably. I did write everything down. This case wasn't requested by anyone. And there aren't any supernatural appearances. Does this one count as an urban myth? The admin's video. It's already affected so many people. It's given rise to rapidly spreading rumors. Is he trying to create one? Is that what's going on here? People are now being driven by the admin's actions. When rumors spread and then coalesce, an urban myth is born. Okay. Cool. This information comes from Zimmer posts where the rumors originated. So the rumors have spread so much that they can already be considered an urban myth? You have a good understanding of the situation. Now then, let us confirm and identify this urban myth. Yes. What we have in the center now is past information. Only by using the computer can we keep up with rumors that are circulating. I've followed the rumors around Zimmer's reacting to the admin's actions, which led me to see that people other than Zimmer's are also acting under the influence of that video. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? According to the Zimmer rumors, who are these people that the admin's videos have triggered into action? The security police. There are hints to the rumors you mentioned. If the riddle of admin's video is a threat to the security police, the admin might get erased. Even if it's only a rumor, security police forces like Jason are taking action. Great! Regarding that device, the police are maintaining that nothing happened. The security police may decide to take down the admin in total secrecy. Given the current situation, it's unsurprising that people think that could happen. Tower number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Because the admin urged people to remember, Sans, Azami, I remember your investigations. People have been bringing up incidents from the past. The happy 77.7 billion yen leak. People were talking about certain incidents that shouldn't be spoken of. You seem to have a clear understanding of it. Some Zimmer with sharp instincts tried to stop others from talking about it. So, Mrs. Ami, yes? Why do they want to see if it stop people from remembering past incidents? Because they might get erased? If you bring it, they might get erased? You said that a threat that used to be here has vanished. I thought the post was just a joke, but was the threat deleted in order to hide something? Excellent! According to Zimmer rumors, the actions of the security police involve stopping those who try to uncover secret information. In other words, eliminating those who speak up. Ah. Can we, not trust Jasmine? The final tower! Eliminating those who speak up. I can't imagine Jasmine and her colleagues doing that kind of thing. There are, of course, cases where rumor and reality diverge. Furthermore, the security police are not a monolith. Take the incident with Mr. Kurosawa, for example. We must remain objective and understand the shape of the urban myth. That is the basis of our investigations. I see. Right. Now then, regarding the origin of this rumor, I would like to confirm how well you understand the main characteristics of this urban myth. These characteristics are what have propelled security police to action. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? In this urban myth, how are the rumors spread? Saying something happened when it didn't or if it didn't. I feel like both of these are the same. But then it isn't. There isn't much more to say. Oh, if nothing happened, saying something then saying something happened if it did. It's just being honest. That really happened. No, yeah, okay, it is. I thought these were the same thing. Is it just based on the timing? Saying that something actually happened if it's made to seem like nothing did. The security police, who aim to maintain total secrecy, eliminate people who talk out the incident to someone else. Those who hide the secret and those who uncover it give rise to this urban myth. Okay, I'm confused by why that was different, but oh well. If you talk about something that seemingly didn't happen, the security police will erase you. From those rumors, even talking about something is considered dangerous. So is it the thing of like, now they can't stop everyone? There is one urban myth that matches these. One new one that I made up just now. Oh. What's it gonna be? The Samajima incident. Oh, interesting. So you know about it, huh? Now we both do. Samajima incident. Now that we've spoken the name of this urban myth, the security police will be after us. What? That is the reality. If you speak of an incident that was hidden from existence, you will be erased. About the Samajima incident, is there anything I should keep in mind? And Samajima, is it connected to the Samajima incident? If one does not uncover or share certain things, if one does not speak of them, then nothing happens. We spoke of it and shared it already. Is the name Samajima related to the admin's desire for revenge? It is currently unclear. The security police are on the move as we speak. Not all of them are as friendly as Jasmine. Since we're gathering information towards dissolution, we must prepare ourselves for the worst. Prepare for the worst? I'll do everything I can. So, and to... Wait, Director, I can't hear you. It's the angry mob loitering in front of the center. They seem to be sending out radio waves to break up calls. Ugh. I can hear, so I... Yes? Please do your best to stop the admin. Surely. Call dropped. Do we need to abandon our phone? Do we need to abandon our phone? I'm worried. Having the Samajima admin? Is the director serious? Ugh, no use in thinking that far ahead right now. First, let's try to solve the riddle. But I still don't get it at all. I'll start with the hypothesis. Jasmine left behind that Genesis card. Maybe there's a hint in there somewhere. I have noted down all the info from the director. Then I can just decide what to do from there. Let's think these over for a bit. Jasmine went to find the Samajima admin. He must have mentioned the Genesis card just because she realized something. And that something might be a hint for solving the riddle. This is probably about the Illuminati cards. The Samajima admin is the one who created the Illuminati cards. Why did Samajima admin create it, dude, in the first place? maybe they wanted to predict the unfortunate fates of the card's holders. Maybe. Okay. Maybe they wanted to predict the unfortunate fates of the card's holders. That must be it. Every person who had an Illuminate card has gone missing, which means since I had a Devastation and Judgment card, something will happen to me too? Hang on, seems like it wouldn't just be me. I wish I had a bit more information about the Genesis card. And there they are. You're at the center. Huh? He's the one in the photo. I'm suddenly surrounded? Yeah, your phone. You gotta get rid of your phone. What's that you're writing? A terrorist plot you're about to carry out? No, that's not it. I'm going to stop the admin. So it is something to do with the admin. I'm just holder of this card. The only thing you're carrying out that prophecy. Stop her, we can stop it. Don't let that terrorist get away with it. Get her. Wait, listen, Jasmine? Better be... oh. Okay, so I guess this is how the security police is gonna capture us. In style. Hell yeah. Hey, we're gonna go out. This is a way to do it. Apologies for the wait. Tamiri-san? Yes, if it's Tamiri-san, then maybe... Get in. Let's talk after we get out of here. I wonder if this is a good thing, though. Thank you so much. You saved me. Is Justin-san okay? Straight to the point, I see. He went for the admin and was knocked out. Still hasn't regained consciousness. Really? He's in the hospital? Where? Your kindness is a virtue, but we have no time to be making visits. Now. What? But... No, wait. I need to stay calm. Jasmine wouldn't ask me to go see her at this time, and... What would Jasmine do? Actually, Tamiri-san? Do you know what Jasmine was doing in her investigation? Information about such unusual topics as the Samazima admin and the Genesis card. Shouldn't be that easy to find. Sorry for all the sudden questions. I thought you were a more naive person. Huh? The reason I came to find you was to take you. What she was investigating there, how far she got. This is a case that only you can take over. I am here to ask for your help. Tamiri-san, where exactly are we heading? I won't get erased, will I? What is this all of a sudden? Well, the director said that people looking into this case might get erased, so... There might be a slight misunderstanding, but I can't clarify things here and now. I'll fill you in when we get there. Should I be worried? By the way, that mob around you back there. Was it about the password device? The rumor that Samazima and the Urban Myth Dissolution Center are working together to bring about devastation and judgment. Yes, that's right. They're all saying that for some reason. I'll do what I can while we're on the move. I'll do some social media research. Oh no, that's not good. People are already talking about them. They might be the ones posting about themselves. Saints? Such violent saints, aren't they? Are they talking about, like, us? I don't believe in them because they don't know any better. Supporters. I think they're talking about people who defend the center. Guilty until proven innocence, but who gets to be the judge of that? Theory of the center staff are terrorists. Let's see, bomb threats. It's Tomo Kisaragi's influence. Okay. Yeah, so is he still alive then? Search on his influence. So this is what Sister Tomarigi was speaking of. What did she say?
don't really get how, but she finds keywords. That's right, I don't really get how. Hard to carry out the Great Reset. Zimmer's goal, there we go. Yeah, kind of violent. Terrorist group in the prophecies. Is that trying to frame the center then? Does glasses belong to you? Take this. The glasses belong to you. The director gave them to me. Most people think the Zimmers are a terrorist group. The news portrayed them as a mysterious group committing terrorist incidents. Like, most people probably don't think about whether they're actually Zimmers or not. Center director isn't human. Probably human, yeah. Director always uses a mask in his videos. It must have taken a really long time to prepare everything. Too. And a project of that scale, too. How many were involved in planning it? Okay, we need to find another word. Reset that as Satomu Kisaragi wrote about. Some people seem to believe this is the time to make it a reality. I see. This is a topic of interest among some circles. Zimmers are terrifying, huh? A lot of people have looked for safe places. Oh, goodness. With this? I've been checking Zombies Demon for a while. When the terrorist attack happened, I was surprised to hold it off. You'll call them a terrorist group now. That's a few of them. The Zimmers are terrifying, though. Poster didn't expect things to go this way either. They couldn't have imagined it. Site admin. Yeah, definitely not just a game. Did I write that in the journal before? Admin's a genius hacker. You haven't heard of an incident with the 77.7 billion yen leak? Huh. Never heard of an incident with that name. You don't have voice chat, huh? Some pretending to be them. If only they'd recorded it. Yeah, see, admin's roadmap. If it really is just a roadmap, then why gotta be a way to make it with the Illuminate cards? There must have been some reason behind that. Oh, admin. There we go. Crash into the admin. A big incident with the hacking software called the Something Sign. Something Sign? Hacking software. Okay. Yeah, some riddle. I wonder how seriously people are taking it. There's a riddle. Even if you solve it, what happens when you submit it? You get the next part of the prophecy, or they'll disclose their motives. Either way, you'd find out something. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'll get it for you. Don't worry, the director gave me a laptop. You've been writing in answers. Wow. Keep trying. Yeah, what is the end game? However, perhaps they want is for someone to solve their riddle. Research done? We're almost there. Oh, yes. All done here. I have a general idea of your situation now, as well as the danger you're in. What should we do? Listen, we have to delegate and split duties. I'll assure your safety myself. Miss Marie would never forgive me if something happened to her dear colleague. Her dear colleague? And so I'm gonna ask you to trace her footsteps. What she looked into, what she realized. There's a reason you're the only one who can do this. Explain when we get there. I see. Probably because of our ability, huh? I need to trace Jasmine's footsteps. Great music, by the way. Also loving this, how like the seat belts go up and down. Or I think that's just the car moving. Yeah, that's the car in the background. So you have multiple layers here. That's awesome. Where is it we're going? These are about to go must be kept secret between you and me. Let's go. Secret time, secret time. Miss Fukurai, do you know what a no-solve case is? A no-solve case? Not one that couldn't be solved. An unresolved case? It's a case that should not be solved. Cases of the investigation was discontinued for whatever reason. We call that a no-solved case. Are there actually cases like that? The National Police Agency is a secret warehouse of those materials. Call it the closet. Oh, Miss Tomarigi went to the closet looking for records of the incident. Maybe she found information about the Genesis card at the closet? If so, one more thing before we enter. The material stored here, the staff working here, and the fact that the closet even exists. We need to keep everything a secret. Secret. A secret. Okay. Got it. All right. Oh boy, oh boy. This is... When an incident occurs, the best method is to work steadily until it's resolved. Yet they say there's an order that must be maintained, even at the cost of that approach. Is there such deception? And so I don't like this place. Fair enough. Miss Fukurai, please try following Miss Tomarigi's traces here. Oh, that makes so much sense. With that power of yours. Why look into Jasmine's actions? Miss Tomarigi was injured before she could report the information she found here. There's some connection between the answer to the riddle and the Illuminati cards. She learned about the Genesis card here, so there must be clues somewhere. If there's anything you don't understand, please ask the librarian. Understood. Info on the Genesis card and info related to the riddle. I'll follow her footsteps in the investigation. Alright. Let's go and do that. Yeah, let's not waste any time. There she is. Shadow, it's Jasmine. She's taking out files from the shelf. But it doesn't look like she's that focused, so maybe this one isn't it. Hey, you're just standing here. This must be Jasmine. What's she doing? Also, oh, you're following us. Looking for something. She given up on looking? She wanted to check the materials here, but the whole box is gone. Maybe that's why? Maybe the librarian knows something. A missing box. That is very sus. Ooh, you're looking real close here. Jasmine Shadow. Jasmine, I really hope you'll be okay. She seems to be searching for a file. Looks like she's reading a file from the shelf. I'll take a look. Shelf EO3. And nothing else. Okay. EO3. Lots of boxes with files inside of them. This is the shelf Jasmine was checking, but There are way too many materials to go through. There's no time to read everything. If only there was some way to narrow it down. Okay. And then the one with the missing box. D99. The boxes are totally packed in here. Wait. It's a space where one's missing. My apologies for asking you to do this. No, I'm kind of glad you did. Is Jasmine going to be okay? She fell 10 meters along the steel floorboard. Ugh. With bruises all over and several broken bones, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. I see. Jasmine, I really hope you're okay. So, what kind of information was Jasmine-san collecting here? She was supposed to tell me at the Kurosawa House incident. Things were quite hectic then. If there was time, we could have done a follow-up investigation, but that's no longer possible. Okay, I see. Is it really okay for me to be here? The librarian has been informed of the circumstances, including my feelings on the matter, so we have their cooperation. Does that mean that no one else in the police force knows that we're here? If anyone found out, myself and the librarian would be fired immediately. There might be even more consequences to deal with. So let's keep it a secret, okay? Secret? Yes, of course. What a heavy secret to carry. Alright, yeah, so we'd better talk to the librarian then. Excuse me. Commissioner Tomiri has informed me of the situation. However, I never saw you here, and anything I happen to say is just me talking to myself. Understood. Yeah. Do you work here as a librarian? My job's simply to manage the materials here. This is just one of the locations used for storing materials related to various incidents handled by the police. If it comes here, that means the case no longer needs to be solved. No longer needs to be solved? This place stores materials like that. I see. Alright, the closet. Were you here when Jasmine was looking into things? Miss Tomariki. I happen not to have seen her. Huh? There was so much dust flying around that day. Some files on the shelf seemed to have flipped over. Yeah, you totally saw her. Yeah, telling that she wasn't here. Right. Past the Genesis card, what was being looked into? Which shelf? That means Jasmine managed to find information on the Genesis card. Let's follow her traces. Yep. Missing box. I think there's a box missing from shelf D99. Do you happen to know what was in it? D99? Might be a file that was destroyed. There's no way for me to look it up. Seriously? Related materials might be in EO4, though I'm not sure how helpful they'll be. Okay, shelf EO4. Thank you. I'll be talking to myself quite a bit today. Yep, yes you will. And nothing past here. And is there anything new? Nope. Do. EO4. Shelf EO4. Filled with files. Related materials, but I don't even know what kind of related materials. Wait, these look a bit crumpled. Maybe this? Matsuda. Matsuda? Ryoto Matsuda. Sorry, Ryoto Matsuda. Sorry, my bad. Interrogated as a suspect. Is that Matsuda-san from the Netherworld tour? Or is this someone with the same name? I thought it might have been familiar. A colleague of the victim, Nomura. Oh, Nomura, interesting. Must have a motive for committing murder. Upon interrogation, an alibi was established. An incident where Matsuda-san's colleague was killed. Could it be the Ueno Tenshi incident? Investigation ended by decision of Deputy Inspector General Kurosawa sent to the closet. Huh? Deputy Inspector General Kurosawa? Kurosawa-san's father? First, let's show Tomiri-san this document. Yeah, let's do that. That's very important. There you are. About the document stored in shelf EO4.
There are documents saying that Matsuda-san from the Netherworld tour was a suspect.
Toriyuki sent me reports of the tour.
About Matsuda.
Matsuda was Kengo Nomura's colleague, it seems.
Yes, the documents mentioned that Matsuda-san had an alibi.
Mrs. Ami, did you read all this?
No, I just wanted to tell you about it. What did it say?
There are records of items that were popular during the Ueno Tenshu incident. The Tenshu t-shirt.
I heard about that on the tour. They put images of the victim, Nomura-san, on the shirts. So tasteless.
Also, a prophetic card.
Prophetic card? You mean an Illuminati card? Prophecy of death, huh? Interesting. How could there be an Illuminati card if that was 7 years ago?
An Illuminati card. Just seems to be a card with a prophecy on it. Seems like this card predicted Kisarigi's death. Don't know who did it, but it's pretty disturbing to me.
Come to think of it, I feel like the director mentioned looking into something like this. I really didn't expect Nomura-san's case to be in the closet, though.
For the police, this case might not have only been about the Nomura siblings.
What do you mean?
The investigation was terminated by the Deputy Inspector General. That's Director Kurosawa.
So it was Kurosawa-san's father? So, he stopped the investigation because it would look bad for them if it was solved?
The case wasn't just stopped. He hid the fact it had been terminated and wiped everything from existence.
Why would he do such a thing?
What is the Genesis card?
Okay, I need to think about the Genesis card. While looking into the documents here in the closet, I found mentions of Matsuda-san. There's information from 7 years ago about things like the Tenshu t-shirt. Also, mentions of a card rumored to predict Tsutomu Kisaragi's suicide. It seems like the rumors that the director saw on the Samazima site were true. So the Genesis card that Jason mentioned is... maybe it's a prophetic card related to the incident involving Nomura-san.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it's a prophetic card related to the incident involving Nomura-san. Yes, that makes sense. A prophetic card mentioned in the documents, along with the Tenshu t-shirts. All these incidents that happened after Nomura-san's death. The Genesis card's prophecy may be affecting the Illuminati cards and the Zimmer's actions. Alright, got the prophecy. Let's think about the answer to the riddle next. If the Illuminati cards are made based on the Genesis card, does that mean that the admin is causing an incident based on a prophecy from 7 years ago? Incidents in a prophetic card from that time, if they lead to the answer, what does not exist, even if you speak of it? Maybe it's the... Samazima incident where... maybe it's the Ueno Tenshu incident where the... no, called off the Seiji Kurosawa. I'm not so sure, but okay, it is. Maybe it's the Ueno Tenshu incident where Seiji Kurosawa called off the investigation? That makes sense. So many people knew and were talking about this case. They could speak of it. But not only was the case not solved, the investigation was terminated and hidden from existence. That's what doesn't exist even if you speak of it. This must be the answer to the riddle. Okay, there we go. That is the riddle solved. And with that, I think this is the part where I am going to switch from Urban Myth Dissolution Center to Mario Kart with Yoko. Thank you for being here for this, I said the Samazima part. I guess that fits for the Urban Myth Dissolution Center parts. I'm going to switch here. I'm actually going to switch to the break screen
I'll be there for just a bit longer because I've got to set up my Switch. I've got to get some more water. I've actually got to do a lozenge because I think if I have one, I might not have one actually. I might be out of them, but just to clear my throat from everything, from all the voices. And we'll get to Mario Kart World with Yoko. We'll see you in just a bit. Thank you so much. Be right back. Oh, my mic's on. Whoopsies. I don't know why that still happened. Oh well.